This week's podcast is about learning pedagogy. So, we wanted to focus more on authentic learning. And since you have been in this educational field for quite some time, I thought it would be nice for you to share your ideas. And I have my own questions, a few questions that I would like to have a discussion on. So, we thought, why not just come on a video and just have a nice conversation and we can just post it for others to watch
Okay.
about it.
Okay, sounds fun. Okay, so what are your questions? What's your first question?
Okay, so I want to target this audio video to every type of audience. So I just don't want to focus it only on educators. So students, parents, siblings, relatives, anything. So let's start with the very basic question, Gabriel. What is authentic learning?
Okay, based on pure definition, authentic learning is as simple as real life learning, right? So real life learning, how do you learn from real life? Let's say you can draw a circle on a piece of paper and then you can ask what are the various relationship between diameter, radius and pi and all that stuff. Or you can create real life experiences whereby you're looking at the sun, the moon, a table, a saucer, a plate, and learn about area, perimeter, and circles as well. But you got to create an authentic environment. If you're just going to replace a circle on a paper with a moon, then you're just basically replacing it. The way you ask the questions have to evolve. So authentic learning basically came about purely because, it came about by a gentleman called Steve Harrington. He's so-called the founder or the father of authentic learning. I think it has evolved a lot. The biggest problem today is we don't ask good questions and we do not encourage our students, our kids to ask good questions. But if you get into the heads of the geniuses of the world, the Elon Musk and your Jack Ma's and your Steve Jobs and your Bill Gates and your, Sir Isaac Newtons and everybody, you got to ask yourself, what is the first thing they picked up? Did they pick up a book and then did they read it forever, tirelessly? Or did something happen and did they get inspired and did they start asking questions? What happened? What could have happened? Did I read a book or was I inspired?
Yeah, so in other terms, it is basically just creating curiosity for a child. Is that right?
Yeah, it's all about curiosity. And the thing is, it is my personal current opinion, and it has been my opinion for a long time, that the current education system destroys curiosity. It doesn't create curiosity. In the very rare occasion, maybe the elite students will ask some questions, the elite of the elite. But no, generally it kills curiosity and it doesn't create room for questions and answers. So that is my belief system.
So the next question is, fine, everyone talks about authentic learning, how effective this technique is, but would this be an answer for real world problems?
Couple of things. First of all, not everybody is very happy about authentic learning pedagogy. So that's not entirely true. We talk about inquiry-based learning, problem-based learning. We talk about all these things, but it kind of didn't shape towards anything that is recorded. Not enough data has been collected to substantiate anything. Some people will say, oh yeah, it's nice, it's great and everything. Is it fair to believe, your second part of the question was, you said something along the lines of, is it fair to believe that authentic learning solves real life problems, right?
Yes.
Well, real life problems is authentic learning. We want them to learn about real life problems. Like, let's think about it, okay? I'm just giving you an example. I can draw a simple right angle triangle and give you this, and then I can give you this, and then say calculate this. On a piece of paper, you're going to do it very, very well. But I can also say, David Beckham is over here, Steven Gerrard is over here, and David Beckham is going to run over here about 40 meters. Steven Gerrard is over here. What kind of cross does he have to make at what angle? In this particular case, the thing is, and how far is that cross? How far? And that is also Pythagoras theorem. So the thing is, a few students will be excited by that, right? And then by creating such questions, you are bringing in real life stuff, and you're bringing in stuff children read. India is crazy on cricket, right? India is crazy on cricket. You know where your stump is. You know where your bowler is as well. So you know this direction, and if you know the height of the guy, you also know where the ball is coming from. But what distance does it travel and at what angle? That is also Pythagoras theorem, right? So it's simple stuff like that I'm a sports guy, so all my analogies are in sports. I'm sure if you give me time, I'll come up with others. But I'll tell you what is the biggest thing that really frustrated me once. Um, a friend of mine went to Denmark. He was one of the top students in Singapore. He went to Denmark, and he has always seen engines in paper, in a textbook, what an engine looks like, what are the parts are and everything. And when he went to the classroom in Denmark, he realized he saw a real engine and he didn't know what to do. Then what is the point of education then? Right? What is the point of education? Like there's a joke, right? There's a joke in, if you watch this comedy series called Big Bang Theory, their car will break down. And they are all PhD students. They all PhD, so one master's degree guy, but their car will break down. And then suddenly one of the characters will ask, can somebody tell me about this particular engine, please? And then everybody will raise their hand. Oh, the engine does this engine, because the car breaks down. And then, but he will ask back, it's like, does anybody know how to fix it? And then they'll be like, oh no, Right? And that is a direct smack on our face. And these are all feedback we need to listen from the audience out there, because they're making fun of us, right? And it's good fun. It's all in good fun. But there is a need for authentic learning how to lift up a tire, lift up a car, to change the tire, learning how to change oil. All these are essential parts of learning. You learn about so many things, right? Am I on the right track?
So, yeah, you are. I mean, so in a nutshell, authentic learning will be the answer to real world problems, right? Okay. Given that statement, authentic learning involves a lot of inquiry and thinking skills. Do you think it is even fair to implement such a technique on every child? Because we do understand that every child would have his or her own pace at learning, his or her own needs in learning. So, can we generalize things and just say, you know what, authentic learning is the answer to everything? Would that be fair? That is the question.
Okay. The answer is yes, it's fair. But let's answer the current situation. The current situation is one size fits all. That means as much as we talk differentiated learning, as much as we say all these things that all the children are different and they learn at their own pace and everything, we are still giving them a one size fits all package. Now, that's fundamentally wrong. Now, authentic learning is supposed to bring out the interest of the child. Now, let me give you a quick story. Okay, this kid in Africa, he had his own little, what do you call, what's the name for it? It's his own little farm. It was all fenced up. And every morning he'll wake up and he'll see an animal getting killed, eaten up. And it was the lions attacking. Okay? And then the first thing he did was he electrocuted the fence. Okay? And then he realized the lions figured out a way to pass there. And after that, the next thing he did was he put lights in certain places. He put lights in certain places because he realized that the animals reacted to those lights. It is on TED Talks. You can go and watch it on TED Talks as well. And then he realized that the lions followed the light for a while, but after a while, they went to a part where there was no light. And then after that, he created many, many lights at different spots with different timings. So what he decided to do, because of the pain he was going through, because he was losing animals, he created an idea that worked for him. Now, that is authentic learning. Now, is this kid a genius? Yes. Does he deserve a PhD? Also, yes. Will we give it to him? Score campus, yes. The whole world, I'm not very sure.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not very sure. But authentic learning is about you. It's about your interests. And our job as educators is to kind of manage this realm, this new realm where all your interests and all your ideas and all this creativity is just oozing out. Guys, let's take this forward. Now, this is so much more exciting compared to x squared plus y squared equals to z squared, and then I mark it, pass, and fail. That's all authentic learning is about. It is not impossible to do. It is not a ridiculous query as well. It's a change from what we have been doing for the last few hundred years.
That's nice. That's really nice to know. Because I always had this thought that, you know, every child would have a different need or a different pace at learning, and we cannot have a unification or you know, something which is very common. And this was pretty nice, you know, given these examples. I think that is the answer to real world problems. You just put them in that situation, so they just think. And like you said, Big Bang Theory, Sheldon is brilliant. Leonard is brilliant. Everyone is so super genius there, but not one person can fix the car. But Penny, I think, I'm sure she would have done that. And she does not hold a doctorate. Yeah. So
yeah.
Nice. Thank you so much for answering all these questions of mine, Gabriel. And I really hope a lot of people who also had similar questions would have gotten their answers. And any further questions, any further doubts, just drop a message to us. drop a comment. We'll be happy to discuss this in our upcoming podcast. Any other messages from your side, Gabriel?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much. We'll do
All
it in the
right.
next podcast.
Okay, we'll wind it up then. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.